皆さんこんにちは、内野隆です。64ドリームプロジェクトは武術を通して自分の殻を破り自己実現を果たしていった人のストーリーを紹介していくプロジェクトです。今この画面の前でなりたい自分になれずに悩んでいるあなたの背中を少しでも押せるようなアカウントを目指してまいります。永春拳と JKD カリインストラクターであり37万人のフォロワーを持つ武術系 YouTuber でもあるケビン・リー氏へのインタビューの3回目です。ここからは武術は旅であるという視点、そして学びを止めない姿勢がキャリア、人間関係をどう押し広げるか、ケビンの発信者としての思いと成功に通じるマインドセットを聞きます。それではどうぞ。
武術家であり人気 YouTuber でもあるケビン・リー。彼は武術と自己成長の哲学を融合させ世界に発信するクリエイターです。現在は世界的武術家フランシス・フォンシフの下でテクニカルディレクターとして活躍。ブルース・リーの皇帝ダン・イノサントシフからも教えを受け、ジークンドーやフィリピン武術など多岐にわたる武術を深く探求しています。彼の YouTube チャンネルケビン・リー Vlog では武術を通して人生に挑戦し成長していく姿を公開。失敗を恐れず常に探求し続ける彼の姿は多くの人々に共感とインスピレーションを与えています。
As well as you are trying to get the message across to many people through YouTube. You're quite an influencer, and a lot of Japanese also know you through YouTube, enjoying what you are doing, your message and your moves and stuff, right? So what do you think is the great value of people learning martial arts? What do you think that it can really affect people and the benefit out of it?
To me, it is a journey. I look at martial arts from the beginning to the end, which is the journey happens, the travel between point A to point B, right? And of course, everybody learn martial art for different reasons. Some people do it for fitness, fitness reasons. Some people do it for like self-defense purposes. Some people just enjoy what they're doing. I happen to be the one who just love martial arts and I've enjoyed the process of training and learning different arts. And of course, to me, the biggest thing I think martial art can do for people, I think the biggest thing is, mental training, not physical training, because everyone thinks it's physical ability, right? But to me, biggest thing of martial arts is training the inside, right? Because we talk about mind, body, and spirit. You can train the body, but you have to also develop your body through mental training. From the body and physical training, in the mental training, you create the spiritual part, which is your fighting spirit or your personal belief and etc. So that's what I believe is like you have a different, process of developing through different martial arts systems.
Very good. Impressive. Thank you. Okay, now let's continue.
Okay.
Your YouTube is very impressive. And everybody wants to know. I know why you started doing that, but would you elaborate on it more? What you want to actually get the message across to many people, especially Japanese people?
For me, the biggest thing is I want to bring the passion of martial arts to everybody. I started YouTube by teaching martial arts, right? That's how I started first. And then eventually I started shifting, hey, I don't just want to teach people what I know because I feel like there's so many things that I don't even know. So instead of teaching people what I know, why don't I bring people in of what they know? Now, there's a lot of different martial arts out there that people may not have heard of. So now I'm bringing these arts that might be dying or maybe just underground for the longest time. Now people have a chance to kind of see, whoa, so that's something that we haven't seen, or maybe that's something that you can relate to your own martial arts.
Oh, interesting. That's good. And you're doing very well and very impressive. Yeah, a lot of Japanese know you, and I was very kind of surprised that a lot of people been watching, following your YouTube, and having really interesting perspectives of martial arts. Instead of, it's nice to stick on one particular brand or a style, but also you're suggesting many arts and respecting each one of them and trying to show how it can be blended into some different areas and applied to some different field, and which is pretty impressive, and which would lead us to the next question to you would be, see, a lot of people are now want to be successful in their own career. For example, like a business world or maybe artistic areas or maybe singing or playing music. music. How do you think it's going to really help those people to be successful in a different field by learning martial? What it's a Guru Sano says it's memorization, form, and speed and power, and its application. It's a 4 systems, 4 steps. But you learning for more than 20 years, learning such a wonderful master like Sifu Francis is just amazing. How do you see those people, your students? I'm sure a lot of people are successful in different fields. What would be the key things people should look into so as for them to apply it to their own expert area?
For me, is never stop learning. It's no matter what you do, you don't stop, because there's always ways to better yourself. There's always better ways to understanding things that you might not understand. Like in the moment that you think that you know it all, that's when you stop.
Good.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, because for me, it's like there's so much more out there I don't know. It doesn't matter what you do. I like to learn a little bit of everything, so that way I have a grasp of just a little bit of knowledge, so I can make conversation with people. I don't have to match every technical aspects of career, but if I could just touch a little bit of everything, you say something about your career, I go, oh, I know something about this. We can make conversation, then we can become friends. So to me, it's the same thing. Martial art is like a big community. I touch each one of the subjects because you might be from a different system. You might be from a judo background, jiu-jitsu background, comedy background. But because I have a little bit of everything, I can start making connection with you, and then we can become friends. We can start making that connection.
That's good. That's good.
To me, this is definitely a different career. It's always about expanding the friendship. You're expanding that network. If you have more people in your network, now you have more people that you can learn from. It's like if you understand the same concept, you can apply to different many things.
Wow.
And don't be afraid to fail. I know that's something that people talk all the time. You can learn from everybody, even somebody who's failed so many times. You can learn from people's mistakes, and then you learn, okay, he did that, he made a mistake. I need to understand what he did wrong so I can improve on my own. Then you learn from the people that's really, really good, and you see what they're doing, and you learn from them. So that way you can try to, kind of do the same footstep.
Very good, Kevin. Very impressive. One of the things that I really like about you, when I saw you assisting Sifu Francis but your energy is so vigorous and very, very, like a very genuine, like a little kid enjoying truly enjoying something, they are into it. And you show that genuine feeling of enjoying art, and which is very, very, I learned from you, even though I'm 64, you're 30 something, but I learned a lot from you. And I'd like to thank you for taking this moment. And I would be really looking forward to seeing you here with the Sifu Francis, because the Japanese people, as you know, Japanese is kind of a homogeneous culture, whereas yours is like a melting pot in a lot of cultures blended into one, as in the United States. So I want to ask you, what would be something for a Japanese message, to Japanese people message that you can give them to? What would be certain things you think they should or we should focus on to kind of pay attention to learn Sifu Francis' art and yours?
10月25日、26日、フランシス・フォンジャパンセミナー開催。武術界の世界的レジェンド、フランシス・フォンシフ、直弟子でトップインストラクターのケビン・リーが来日。
I tell people it's for all level. Anybody can come. Anybody can do it. Sifu doesn't make it hard. He always looks at everyone at the seminar to see where the body structure goes, the age, and etc.
初心者も経験者も全ての人に開かれた最高の2日間、10月25日、26日、リズミックボクシング大阪本店で開催。歴史を作る瞬間をあなたの手でつかめ。
いかがでしたか？学びを止めない、つながりを広げる、失敗から学ぶ、シンプルだけど強い原則でした。次回はさらに具体的に身体メカニズムという土台、そして自分の体に合う形で原理を統合する実践地に迫ります。技の前に体あり、ここが分かれ目です。